Hello, welcome back. My name is Bram Legru and really excited to have you back with us because this topic ahead is absolutely brilliant. How often are you faced with investing a lot of time in quoting, a lot of time in tendering, and a lot of time in presenting, only to find that only snippets of that time pay off? So a lot of time that you're investing is not turning into any dividend, and some of it, almost a hit and miss type of approach, is paying off. Well, this particular video is going to bust through it all, and it's going to give you a clear understanding about why you are successful here and why you're not successful in the other parts. Because it's really easy to bring it back to brain research. Once you're looking into the brain and the body of research findings that is clearly available to everyone, but it really bring it back again to business, and most importantly business development and sales, you'll find that there's only a few really tips you need to know to really start seeing how we are successful and how we can actually avoid the pitfalls of wasting time in useless pitching, presenting, and writing tenders and quotes and the likes. So I'm going to help you save a lot of time in this particular video. I'm also going to help you to make things easier in order to be more successful more easily. Now, in particular situations, this particular information is really critical because just think about the amount of resources that go into mega deals, meaning the biggest deals that your company is trying to get on board right now, whether they are multiple hundreds of thousands or multiple millions of dollars, right? Mega deals are those opportunities that really can boost both your top and bottom line in your business, but you need to find ways to become more successful at it. So for this one, this information is definitely helpful. The same one with big tenders. Once you start writing your tenders, obviously you want to maximize the opportunity to convert and win that business. Same with sales presentations, but again, the more premium ones. It works for all of them, but particularly for the larger ones, there's obviously a bigger payoff, because if you're writing a mega deal, the capability and the number of people that are just involved in doing the analysis, to do some financial modeling, do all the quotes, talk to all suppliers and the people involved, do the quoting on the times that will be involved. All of that, it just involves so much time and resources that you cannot afford to get it wrong. You need to find ways to increase the efficiency and effectiveness, and that is the reason why so many large banks, investment banks, professional services firms, financial services in general, that they are so much more looking to invest into capability, external capability, to work with teams collaboratively in-house to practice and rehearse and fine-tune their mega deals, their big presentations, their big pitches and the likes. So, what is it that we need to know? Now that we know what sort of circumstances it applies in, here's what we need to know. In order to pitch successfully, we need to understand how the brain works. And I can guarantee you that right now, if you are not familiar with this, that a lot of your time will be wasted because you will get one crucial element wrong. Here's what it means. If this is, let's say, a very simplistic way of showing how the brain looks like inside, what you will find here is that this is, let's say, the cortex. Here's the brainstem, along with the reptile brain, the reptile or the croc brain, as we say, the midbrain around here with the corpus callosum. And then this is called neocortex, right? This is where we got the more advanced centers of our brains engaged. Here's what happens, interestingly. Whenever we write a document, a tender document or a quote, or we convey it in a presentation face-to-face, it could be through a video conferencing or in the room with certain people in the room. Whenever we are conveying and communicating a message about what it is that we can do, our solution, our product, our idea, whatever it is, as soon as we start conveying what that thing is doing, typically most pitches are almost naturally prepared for to appeal to the neocortex, where we start talking about the return on investment, the implementation time, the benefits that go along with it, the characteristics that are there, how we can mitigate risk, how we can save money, all of that sort of stuff. It's all very cerebral, it's all very logical, it's all very much detailed, very much ingrained in facts and details and the likes. Now, to the extent that you who is watching this now, are working in a more, let's say, cerebral type of environment, you're a lawyer, you're an accountant, you're an engineer, you're a financial planner, an architect, and the likes. You typically are very much trained to think logic, to talk logic, and to convey your messages in a logical and structured way. What you would want to do first is to make sure that you first satisfy that thing called croc brain. Because the croc brain is the most primitive part in our brain that is out there looking for what we call BS, looking for sales language, looking to disqualify opportunities. It's a lazy part of our brain as well, where it says, look, if this is too risky for my appetite, I'm not interested. Or if it's too boring, I'm not interested. If it's too far advanced, I'm not interested. Or if it's too much along the lines of what I've seen before, it doesn't whet my appetite either. There's so many different facets to the crocodile brain, but what it really helps do is to filter out anything that either is too risky or not interesting at all or predictable, and anything in between. And it will find a lot of ways to disqualify your pitch early on. It will easily disqualify your presentation, your style, your personality. It will find ways to almost instantly shut you down. And so, unless you are geared towards satisfying the croc brain in a way that almost presses the right buttons, your pitch is almost guaranteed going to go down wrongly. And so, very important to get this right. What we need to do is to make sure that this thing called CB, croc brain, is that it feels comfortable enough in order to open up the door to the neocortex and the midbrain. But if you fail to get that right and fail to almost comply with the requirements of the croc brain once again will filter it out and shut you down. So, if you can't get past this part here, which is the croc brain, the chances that anything that you pitch to the neocortex is just not going to be received. Now, it means you could talk about it, you could write about it, but the croc brain is almost overriding anything that you pitch over here, unless it feels comfortable enough and its needs are satisfied. So it's very important that you find ways to make people feel comfortable, and then also use a tactic, but it needs to be well timed. A tactic where you are almost pulling and pushing gently, but making sure that the people are engaged, where there's something novel and something comfortable. There's the security of what they know, but there's also the novelty that makes it interesting and intriguing and engaging. And you almost go back between the two. But, once again, that's only in this stage here when you already passed the filtering process of the croc brain. So it's really essential that you learn how to work with brain research, that you apply their findings into your pitch so that you effectively become more successful in pitching. I can guarantee you that once you start doing this really well, you can start seeing that your effectiveness may double pretty much within the first 6 months. Obviously, it requires a lot of effort and experience. But then again, it continues on from there too. We have seen people that we've been working with easily, like say, increase their effectiveness by 25-33% easily within the first year. Then as they were others who were putting in more effort and time, they would have even gone to doubling their effectiveness within the same year. Now, does it mean that they're working harder? No. It means that they're working smarter. And they are using the latest and greatest insights into brain research, neuroscience, neuroplasticity, neuroeconomy, and philosophy and psychology to effectively influence people so that they are inspired to buy rather than they feel pressured to sell, or that they feel being sold to. The last thing that you want is people feeling sold to, and once again, it's a croc brain predominantly that will assess that. The croc brain will easily see through the BS, the sales talk, and the likes. The neocortex will obviously assess that as well. But you really need to find ways to combine the best of all of them and appeal to all of them and make sure that all of them open up the door for you. Once again, even if you would have, for example, an hour, and if you didn't get past that first sort of, 5 to 10 minutes in which the crocodile brain assesses the value of your message, all of the rest of that time, you can almost instantly pack up your bag and go, because it will not be received, nor will people be open to buying in. Hope that was interesting for you. If you'd like, there's obviously great resources that we can recommend for you, and obviously some of the seminars that we'll do as well, right? Anyway, I'll look forward to working with you in our next video. My name is Bram. Have a great day. Bye-bye.